Let's take a look at leadership obstacles. Although it's hard for some of us to accept, life is not always going to be easy. Challenges and obstacles are an integral part of life. In the work setting, the same is true. Because challenges will always be present, one of the most important things a leader can do is to be available to help others confront and overcome obstacles. An obstacle is a hindrance, problem, or hurdle that gets in the way of followers and makes it difficult for them to reach their goal. Obstacles come in many forms. It could be a physical thing, like bad workspace, or a psychological issue, like closed-mindedness, or a task-related issue, like a complex work process. In essence, anything that has a negative impact on follower performance could be called an obstacle. There are many examples. Obstacles are important for leaders to recognize because they provide clear cues for what leaders can do to help their followers. Addressing obstacles can be very direct and practical. While some leadership theories are rather esoteric and prescribe certain leadership strategies, like be authentic, addressing obstacles is a very concrete approach to leadership. Learning about and dealing with obstacles is a very effective way to improve your leadership. Whether it's by listening to their complaints, encouraging them, or providing counsel, there are many ways a leader can be helpful to their follower. The first challenge in helping people with obstacles is to figure out what the problems are. The second challenge is determining what should be done to solve them. Path goal leadership directly addresses how a leader can assist others in overcoming obstacles that hinder their productivity. Path goal leadership suggests that a leader should choose a style that best fits the needs of individual group members and the work that they are doing. The leader should help these individuals define their goals and the paths they wish to take to reach them. If a leader does this, followers will be more motivated, productive, and satisfied with their work. When obstacles arise, the leader needs to help individuals confront them. This may mean helping them to navigate around obstacles, or it may mean helping them remove the obstacle. The leader's job is to help group members reach their goals by directing, guiding, and coaching them along the way. Although people encounter many obstacles in their lives, there are 7 major obstacles derived from path goal theory. It's not uncommon for individuals to be unclear or confused about their goals. Whether it's a salesperson who is required to meet a new sales quota, a hospital volunteer who's supposed to help patients, or a high school student who must write a term paper, people are often unclear about their goal or how to reach it. Sometimes the goal is not known, sometimes it's obscure, and sometimes it's hidden among a tangle of competing goals. When goals are not clearly articulated and understood, individuals are less likely to be successful in achieving them. Just as leaders need to provide a map in articulating their vision, they must help others see the goal. All members of a group deserve a clear picture of where their efforts are being directed. When the goal is vague, the leader needs to clarify it. Similarly, if the goal is embedded in a complex set of related goals, the leader needs to identify a specific goal for group members and explain how it fits with all other goals. Individuals doing the work will be more effective and more satisfied as a result of knowing their goals. Anyone who's ever brought something that needed to be assembled knows how frustrating it is when the directions are missing from the box, impossible to follow, or written in a foreign language. No matter how much you want to put the product together, you can't do it. This is what happens in situations when leaders are not clear with their directions. Bad directions lead to ineffective performance. A leader needs to define the path to the goal by giving clear directions. Directions that are vague, confusing, rambling, imprecise, or incomplete are not helpful to anyone. In fact, unclear directions can have a debilitating effect on individuals. People lose their capacity to move forward and when they do not have clear directions on how to proceed. Some individuals are lost without directions. They may have a picture of where they're headed, but they don't know how to get there. Giving clear directions takes thought and skill. When people know what they're supposed to do and when they're supposed to do it, they can accomplish their work easily. While giving clear directions is important, it's also important to be aware that individuals vary in their need for direction. Some people want very elaborate, specific instructions, while others want general directions that allow them to proceed on their own. It's the leader's job to adapt directions to the needs of each individual. When they make a mistake or lose their way, they may want the leader to redirect them. Most important, group members want directions that are not evaluative or critical. If they make mistakes, they want to be corrected in a kind manner. People appreciate straightforward directions and like to know the leader recognizes when they get their work done. What should a leader do when individuals are not motivated? How does a leader encourage followers to work when they don't want to work? Answers to questions such as these have been at the interest of leaders for a long time. In fact, hundreds of articles and books have been written in an effort to explain the underpinnings of human motivation. Path goal leadership theory incorporates expectancy theory as a way to motivate others. Expectancy theory suggests that people will be more highly motivated when the effort they put into a task leads to an expected outcome that they value. All of us have a need to feel competent. We want to present ourselves in a way that suggests to others and ourselves that we know what we're doing. Letting individuals know that they are competent is the first step in helping them become more highly motivated. People are also more highly motivated when their expectations are met. Achieving an expected result makes the effort worthwhile, but it's disheartening and unmotivating when work does not lead to an expected outcome. A leader should make sure that outcomes that individuals expect from their effort are achievable and will likely occur. A leader must be aware of what outcomes individuals expect and confirm it if an outcome is realistic. Not only does a leader need to be sensitive to what others expect from their work, but also make sure these expectations are realistic. But they also need to ensure that these expected outcomes are realized. When people place a high value on what they're doing, they are more motivated. Without a valued outcome, people are not motivated to put effort towards a goal. The leader's challenge to motivate others is threefold: to help others feel competent, to help others get what they expect, and to help others see the overall value of their work. When all three of these conditions are met, individuals will be more highly motivated about their work. Sometimes the obstacle facing people is the task itself. When the task is unstructured, ambiguous, or complex, it creates an obstacle for individuals. When a task is complex, the leader needs to use a directive leadership style to take charge and clarify the path or the goal. Directive leaders give others instruction, including what's expected of them, how it's to be done, and a time frame for when it should be completed. Being directive means setting clear standards of performance and making rules and regulations clear for others. When a leader simplifies complex tasks, it helps followers to feel more competent about their work. Sometimes the obstacle to people's success is not the complexity, but simplicity. Like complex tasks, simple and repetitive tasks can have a negative impact on motivation. There's little excitement in doing the same job over and over again. With no variety or nuance, simple tasks become dull and uninteresting. For work like this, it's important for a leader to use a supportive leadership style. The supportive style provides what's missing, the human connection, by encouraging others when they are engaged in tasks that are boring and unchallenging. Many jobs and many aspects of nearly every job have a simplicity to them and can be negative. The solution to this problem is for a leader to be supportive and nurturing. A good leader senses when jobs are mundane and tries to give people the missing ingredient, social support. Although social support can take a variety of forms, the bottom line is that social support shows care for well-being and personal needs of the follower. When the task is not challenging, an effective leader will provide stimulation in the form of social support. Having a voice in what happens is very important to people. People want to have an identity that's unique from others, but they also want to be included and to fit in with others. By expressing their own thoughts and opinions on different issues, individuals are able to sense that they're contributing to a group. When individuals sense that they're not heard, their participation decreases, they contribute less, and they often disengage from the group. Leaders should use a participative leadership style to address the issue of low involvement. Participative leaders invite others to share in ways and means of getting things done. They work to establish a climate that's open to new and diverse opinions. This leader consults with others, obtains their ideas and opinions, and integrates their suggestions into the decisions regarding how the group or organization will proceed. Some people do not work well because they're not challenged by what they're doing. Without a challenge, these people find work uninteresting and not worthwhile. As a result, these people work less hard or they quit and move on to something that they find more engaging. A leader should adopt to the achievement-oriented leadership style in dealing with individuals who are not challenged. Achievement-oriented leadership is characterized by a leader who challenges individuals to perform at the highest level possible. This leader establishes a high standard of excellence and seeks continuous improvement. In addition to expecting a lot from followers, an achievement-oriented leader shows a high degree of confidence that people can reach those goals. An achievement-oriented leader continually challenges others to excel and pushes people to higher levels of success. They set standards of excellence and challenge others to meet those standards. Although some people thrive on competition and like being pushed to be their best, there are those who are more internally motivated and do not need a nudge from an achievement-oriented leader. It's the leader's responsibility to assess followers' needs and determine when achievement-oriented leadership is indicated and for whom.